Welcome back, Masters and Princesses, to another episode of MAID News Network. I am your host, S.J. Nix, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the first two Osaka acoustic shows that just happened, well, now for me, yesterday. So, right up front, this is not going to be a long video because one of the things we spend a lot of time talking about when we do show recaps is, big surprise, the set list. Well, Psyche asked, please don't share the set list, keep it a surprise. And wonder of wonders, that seems to be the case. I've only heard about one song that they played, and as we go through this video, it's going to be blatantly obvious why we know which song that is, because there's a really big hint on stage, no pun intended, really big hint on stage about what that song is. So we're going to talk a little bit about the new merch, the uniqueness of the venue, and we're going to wrap it up with a bunch of pictures that I was able to collect out on the internet. So let's jump right into it. All right. First things first, we're going to get into the merch. And there are some kind of interesting items that we haven't seen from them before, and some shockingly bland, though kind of cool at the same time things. So right here, we're looking at page 1 of the new merch coming up. And the first thing we notice is a black shirt with just white writing that says Bandmade Acoustic Tour 2025 for Omeshu-sama, March 20th, Osaka, April 13th in Tokyo. No lies told. That's exactly what it is. But it is just white text on a black shirt. But I think the thing about that is that's an incredibly unique shirt because of the intimacy of these shows, the size of the venues, the way it works out. If you're sporting one of these, hardcore fans are going to know that you were at something special. And then we get a few other things on it. One other thing that popped up as far as the merch goes is the little silver badge. We weren't sure if it was a coin or what it is, but it seems like it is a pin with a little frog clasp on the back. Not even sure about the size, but that's kind of interesting. Kind of reminiscent of the coins that were going around from 22, 23. Good looking. Some of the older stuff, we got a tote bag with the same acoustic tour text on it. Nice new towel. I'm digging that new towel. That's a good looking anime towel that they got. And cork coasters are cool. The little leather key fobs, those are kind of neat. And it looks like we're going back to can badges. Can badges had been gone for quite a while, so I used to buy as many as I could every time that they had a merch drop. I'd get those can badges because I was collecting them like crazy. And we got the rubber keychains. So that's a quick look at merch. The other interesting thing about this place is the venue. And you see behind me, this is what the outside looks like. And then right here, I'm going to put up a picture of the actual entrance to this. This is not your typical music club, not only on the outside, but on the inside as well. So it's got a neat little entrance here. Simply going much more akin to a restaurant, which is essentially what it is. It's a dinner theater, and we'll see. I'm going to put up several pictures right here of the venue on the inside, the way the crowd sets up, the way the stage is set. This is kind of like a gentle sloped, theater that you would go see maybe a play or something at with the sides that come up. And it's also kind of reminiscent of like a sports stadium, the way the sides slope up and around on 3 sides. Very cool. This would have been a very, very special show to go to. So if you went, I hope you had a really good time. And as I mentioned right up front, there was a really big thing on stage that we recognized. And not only was it a full-size grand piano, but right in front of it was a Yamaha keyboard. Now, the grand piano, I think we all know what it was, and it was verified in a post that I saw out there. It was Psyche played Choose Me on that. Not a big surprise. We've gotten that a bunch of times now. So to see that, not a big deal. But without knowing what song it is, because I didn't hear, but it looks like Minsho maybe played the Yamaha keyboard for something. That's definitely new, at least in a live setting for us. So I'm very curious to see what that was, to hear what that was. Want to know if they recorded any of this. Maybe we'll get a video. But some of the crowd pictures I saw did not appear that there was a whole lot of recording equipment. I don't see cameras running around or anything like this. Interesting, but such a small stage. Couple hundred people in there watching this, having dinner with drinks. What a great, I mean, that would almost feel like you're at a private concert. Well, I guess it was from MAID, but that would feel very intimate, very up close, very, very special. So if you went to the show without any spoilers, what was your take? Some things that you really, really liked, was something a little awkward about it. Now, looking at the seating, I know you're sitting there, you're eating, and they're off to your right or the left to watch. You have to spend your whole time kind of craning your head to the side. Minor inconvenience at best to say that you were there and to experience that great show. That's kind of it for this one. We were going to keep this one short. Oh, and the last thing I missed it under. This should have been with merch, but they did the blind bags again with a bunch of signed stuff that you could get. Posters and cards and signed badges and limited t-shirts. Lots of cool stuff in the little the Kuji bags. So if you got one of those, if you got something signed, put it up here, link it to either Facebook or Instagram so you can see what you guys got. And I think we're going to close it out with that. So we got more coming up in April. So in just a couple of weeks, again, we got two more Tokyo shows for this. And after the second one of that, I'm sure we will get the full set list, and we are then creeping up on Day of MAID. So we're going to either get some summertime information after the second acoustic, or we're going to get it after Day of MAID. And if they don't drop any international stuff by the end of Day of MAID, I don't think there's going to be much, if anything, coming this year, because as it gets later into the summer, while they won't have problems selling it out, but that's very, very out of character for them. We always get it in spring, at the very least by Day of MAID, with what's going on in the summer and fall for the current year. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been SJ Nix for MAID News Network. We appreciate all your support. Keep watching and look for a recap with a set list after the April show in a couple weeks. See ya.